Hey everybody, welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is Wednesday, so it is time for our Black Ink Crew Chicago recap. It is season 6. Yes, season 6, episode 7, and its title is So Hard to Say Goodbye. So this episode was for well, it was some parts in Chicago, and then most of the parts were in New Orleans because Charmaine was getting ready to bury her mother. So I'll just go down the line straight how it appeared. I will not spend too much time with this recap because not a lot other than like not, I shouldn't say not a lot of important stuff other than the funeral, but not too much in, real deep important stuff. We found out a little bit more about Charmaine's crew, so I'll just jump into it. Anyway, we open up with Second City, and Jess calls everyone in for a meeting, just to see how they're feeling and everything, and also to tell them that Ryan has rented out a place in New Orleans for them to kind of, be down there to support Charmaine in her time of need and so forth. So that's when we find out that Drea lost her mom like a couple years ago. So she understands, what Charmaine is going through. We find out, well, I think we already knew that Fly was on parole, so he can't go down to New Orleans. Drea, Plug, and Jess are going to New Orleans. Fly and Prince, I finally remembered or learned his name, child, because that name left me from the first episode. But he can't go because he has to take care of his 3-year-old son. I don't know if we knew that he had a son or whatever like that, but we found that out in this episode. Then we see Prince and Fly, they in the house or whatever. He going to get his son or whatever. He said that he was locked up for 2 years? Was it 2 years? I don't know, but he was locked up for a little bit. So after he had his baby, he had his baby in the car or whatever like that. He got pulled over and he had an unregistered gun in the car. So of course he got locked up or whatever like that. After he got locked up and spent some time in jail, he came home. His baby mama wasn't around no more. She got mad at him, stopped talking to him and stuff like that. And so their relationship kind of fizzled or whatever. But he still has a strong relationship with his son. He sees him every weekend, gets him every weekend and stuff like that. But him and his baby mama haven't talked for 7 or 8 months or whatever. So they met up later on in the episode. And I was like, okay, I gather y'all gonna talk, but you waited 7 to 8 months while you got on camera, or like you couldn't have talked no time before that, but whatever. It's neither here nor there. They talked. Then after we see Prince and Fly, we go to New Orleans. And let me tell y'all, if y'all have not been to New Orleans, y'all should go. Like, that is one of my favorite cities. I love that freaking city. Like, the culture is just so, like, oh my, it's just unexplainable. Like, it is beautiful. Like, it is just so, oh my, it is nice. So if you have not been to New Orleans, go. Like, and it's just not Bourbon Street and all this other stuff like that. Like, go down there and get some culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at some stuff. Find out. Like, as soon as you touch down into the city, like, you'll just feel like it's just a different vibe. It's just like you in a different part of the world. Like, oh my goodness, this is just awesome. So anyway, if you have not been to New Orleans, visit. We see Charmaine, she's at her parents' house. Her daddy look like he been through it. Like, he been crying all night. And it's understandable. He just lost the love of his life. Like, they've been married for 30 plus years. Like, they showed their like wedding picture, I think, and they just looked like they was just like, oh my goodness, like they were just one. It was so he looked hurt. Like, I just wanted to go through that TV and hug him because I don't know, like, y'all. But Charmaine says she trying to be strong for her daddy and stuff like that because, she don't want him to think that or give up on life, so to speak, because, she still want her dad to be around, and then she about to have a baby and stuff. So she keeps encouraging him like, Daddy, I'm still around, and, we got the baby and stuff like that, to kind of lift up his spirits. But you could just tell. And then when he was saying like, this happens to other people and it's just our turn or whatever, it was like he's like trying to make sense of it because you just can't. It's like, death, everyone dies and stuff like that. But then when it happens to you and your family, it's just like, what is going on? So he was just like trying to make sense of it or whatever. And like I said, I just like really just wanted to reach through that TV and hug him. Then we see Second City. They arrived to Jess, Drea, and Plug. They arrived in a house. and they were cool or whatever like that, and they were just was saying like how she don't know how it's going to be being in the same house with Ryan since they haven't really hung out or whatever like that. So it's just kind of getting a feel for it and stuff. And then Ryan in the confessional, because he was already at the house, he said in the confessional, everybody's here that wants to support, Charmaine and stuff are dining for, but they didn't feel like they would be welcome, so they didn't come or whatever like that. So he talks to them and tells him how he appreciates them being there to support her and, stuff like that. It really, yeah. Then we see Fly and Prince. They at the shop. Prince is doing a tattoo on this girl. She lost her brother. He lost his older sister. She died in childbirth. She was giving birth to his nephew. Well, her son, his nephew. And she died. So we found another Jesus, I can't spit it out. We found out another piece of who Prince is or whatever like that. That locket or that picture, it's called something. I can't think of it. It's not a locket because it don't look like it opened up. It's called something. My friend makes them. But it's a picture of his older sister on there. So that's who that person is in the picture. We were wondering. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so tired and I'm trying to get through this review. So what was I saying? Oh, so he did the tattoo. The tattoo came out dope or whatever like that. Of course, we had to hear like the little back thing about his baby mama and how he wanted to rebuild his family and all that other stuff. You know how they do the whole little story and stuff. But he said he was going to reach out to his baby mama, which is good, whatever. So then we get the part where it's just like annoying and I'm kind of like, are you serious right now? So he had the nailery with the little girl, Ayana. Was it Ayana? He at the nailery with her. He's taking her to get her nails done. He want to chop it up with her. I mean, it's all fine and dandy if you want to be this child mentor, like you found her at the Boys and Girls Club, or you was at the high school and something like that. So it's one thing if you like at the high school and they had like a little mentoring program and you wanted to mentor, or you was at the big brother, big sister type thing, or something. But this ain't no stranger that you trying to mentor. I mean, she is a stranger, but she might be your daughter. Somebody help me understand it. What? You took her to get her nails done versus going to get a swab. They ain't had no DNA clinic. I don't know. Do they do them at the urgent cares? I don't know, because I ain't never had to get no DNA swab or nothing like that. I do know they sell the kits in the pharmacies. I do know they sell it at CVS and Walgreens, I think, sells it. You might be able to get it off Amazon. Amazon got everything. Walmart, you might be able to get it off Walmart.com. I mean, something. And and if you can use your FSA card, or that, what is it, the FSA, HSA, whatever card, you can use that to buy it if you got one. So why he ain't take her down there to get her mouth swabbed versus getting her nails done? I just ain't understanding. The whole scene was just like unnerving to me. It just bothered me. Really, it like really bothered me because I'm like, really, like, oh. I mean, the little girl seemed like she's nice and she articulate, she mature for her age and all that other stuff. But him taking her to get her, what y'all think? Yeah, I ain't like it. Anyway, we back in New Orleans, child. And Jess and Ryan, they chilling and stuff like that. They talking to each other and stuff. And in the confessionals, Ryan big up in Jess's work, and in a confessional, Jess bigging up Ryan's work. So they, see each other on that level. Because I think he said he knew of her work prior to her hooking up with Charmaine or whatever like that. Then he said she was supposed to guest in his shop or something. I can't remember. It's real foggy right now. But she was trying to joke with him and stuff, kind of get to know him and stuff like that. And he really wasn't getting her sense of humor. I mean, it kind of fell off on me too, because I was just like, the homeless people a cigarette, what? Okay, but anyway, she was saying like it wasn't no real issue she was having in Chicago, and she said that Ryan was sweet or whatever like that. So that's what we saw. Then we see Prince. He meet up with his baby mama. And she basically telling him how she felt and why she left. She said that you kind of abandoned me. You left me here to hold the bag and stuff like that. And I had all this stuff on my shoulders while you out. I mean, you was in jail, but you just left me. You wasn't thinking about your family when you had that gun in your car type thing. So he kind of understood that and stuff and said that, you know, he thought that she just was leaving him just on some little petty type shit or whatever like that. But he sees that why she left and whatnot, and she was just like, we gotta work on our trust and stuff. And he was just like, you know, I want to, you know, want my family back, want to work on it, and blase blase. So, because he was saying they the most two important people in his life. And I mean, okay, your son and your child, not wife, baby mama, mother your child. Let's do that. Mother your child. So yeah, whatever. So I guess they gonna work it out. Who knows, child? Whatever. All you gotta do, I mean, because he was saying he don't know how they gonna do it and stuff like that. You just gotta take one day at a time. That's all you gotta do. And if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. As long as you there for your baby or whatever like that. So that's all that matters. Then we see Don and Four. Don go over to Four house because he heard about this whole Natalie thing. And Don is like, he upset too. So like Don ain't, he like, why? Why would you do that? Like, what's going on or whatever. And so Four was like, well, you know, she a good kid, man, and I don't want her to, you know, be like I was, don't know her father and stuff. Like, you can't help that. Like, you can't go out here saving every child out here who don't know their daddy. I don't know my daddy. You gonna come save me? Like, come on now. You can't just go around places saving people who don't know their pappy. Like, it happens. You can't fill that void by picking up some strange girl you don't even know who, if she yours or not. Like, come on. Not Four. Don was speaking some real facts, because you won't put all this emotion into this little girl, and then if she turned out not to be your child, your feelings gonna be hurt, her feelings gonna be hurt, and then y'all gonna be looking at each other stupid, and then you gonna go out her life and stuff like that. Not saying that that's what he gonna do, but it's a possibility that he could do it. And if he did do it, I mean, that's his prerogative, because he don't really owe her anything, but he shouldn't even give her hopes up like that. So Don all in his feelings, he yelling and stuff like that. He like, get the test, man. Get the damn test. I agree with Don. Can't believe I just said that. But yes, I agree with Don. Then we get to the funeral. Oh my goodness, y'all. That part was so sad. Like, especially when he said he wanted his Glenda back. Oh my goodness. So Neek, Charmaine, and Charmaine's dad, they in the car, they riding over to the church or whatever. And oh my goodness, she was loved by everybody. You could tell like she was just well loved, like she was just the nicest person. And from the snippets that they showed on the show, that she was on the show, she seemed like a genuinely nice person. And so the people who came to her funeral, you can tell that she was well loved and everybody loved her, because it looked like it was standing room, like people were standing in the doorway and stuff like that. So it was nice. It was a nice send off. Charmaine gave a like a prayer or a speech or eulogy or whatever at the pulpit, and Neek was, you know, standing beside her and stuff like that. Danielle was there, Kit was there. And we know Kit had just lost her mom, and she said in the confessional she lost her mom a few months to the date that Charmaine lost her mom. I said, damn. And who else was there that we knew? Oh, Kat was there too, but we didn't know she was there until later. Everybody was there to support Charmaine. It was nice. They were talking and stuff, and Danielle looked real natural. I don't know if she looked like she was, you know, she didn't really look like that when she was on the show. So the show, getting off the show, did wonders for her. She looks like she's at peace or whatever. It's even when she was at the wedding, the bridal shot with, you know, Charmaine and her mom. Oh, was that the last time we saw Charmaine mom at the? Oh, that's so sad. Oh my goodness. But anyway, yeah, I think she looked good. So she was just saying how it's been a long time since they all hung out. Kat, Ryan, Charmaine, and Danielle or whatever like that. And Ryan was saying that him and Kat, they cool or whatever. He was making jokes about them hooking up or something stupid. I was like, Ryan, whatever. Charmaine did mention that she wasn't ready to talk to Don and Ford, because it was just, you know, it was a lot they were still holding on to. So she really wasn't ready for them to talk to them. So that's why they weren't at the funeral or whatever like that. we see Ryan and Danielle, they in the line. Well, Kat was in the line too. And he talking about, is this the VIP? This the VIP? And he was making jokes. And it looked like Kat was just like straight ignoring him or whatever like that. And then when they got closer in the line, she was like, you took the last something. It was some corn or something. He was like, no, you took the... So they was joking and stuff. He was like, no, got y'all. We cool. We cool. I was like, oh, okay. Because she was giving you no play. Because she was in that phone like... she ain't look up at all. But they said they was cool. They was just playing around. Then we see Kit and Jess and Ryan standing around, and Jess was asking Kit like how she knew Charmaine and stuff like that, and she said, oh, she knew Charmaine for a long time and stuff like that. And she asked Charmaine asked Kit to do her mother's makeup, and she said that she had did her own makeup or like that. And Jess was real uncomfortable about the whole situation, and I don't know if it was the editing or the producers or what that made it just look odd, like Jess had something against Kit or something like that. But it was just a weird scene or whatever. So I hope nothing down the road don't pop off. But by the looks of next week's episode, I don't know. What else? Oh, what was it? It was something. Oh, Charmaine and it was Charmaine. Who was there? Y'all know my memory be shitty. It was Charmaine, Kit, Danielle, and Jess. They were all sitting around in a circle. They was talking. Charmaine was talking about her mom, how she was thankful that her girls was there to support and stuff like that. And she was saying, that she was happy that Kit came down to do her mama's makeup, and they got even closer and stuff like that. And she was like, you coming to the wedding when the baby born, you gonna be here. And she was like, but we need to talk to her because if rumors going around and she was talking to Ryan and stuff, and she was like, what? We just friends. Here go the shady ass producers. Like, what kind of friends? What kind of support do y'all do? What kind of supporting do y'all do for each other? Like, is it back support? And she was like laying on my back? Like, what? Like, huh? Whatever. I said, I don't know, y'all. What y'all think? Y'all think they in a relationship or something like that? But anyway, Charmaine had invited, she was like, oh, because Kit was like, we just friends. And the people who started on rumors was deflecting. They jealous. They this, they that. They just being deceitful, all this other stuff. And so Charmaine was like, well, if you need a job, you come on down to Second City, girl. Just ask me because my shop is beautiful. This and that. And just looking like... we need to discuss that. But she didn't say nothing. She said it in the confessional. She was like, me and Charmaine gonna have to talk because we had discussed if when she hired people that we need to have a conversation or whatever like that. And then we saw the unseen footage where she did say, like, if you want to hire some, especially with the whole thing was that, if you want to hire somebody, then we need to have a discussion. And Charmaine said that she understood it or whatever like that. Child, when she asked the producers what Kit did at in New York, and they said brand ambassador, she was like, look, we're not making up no job titles. People got real job titles up in here and real jobs. I was like, oh. I said, oh, she is shady. But in the end, they did a second line for her mom, which was real nice. It was like an upbeat, a nice little way to send her mom off to kind of celebrate her life and stuff like that. All the joy that she brought and everything. So that was good. The dad liked it because Charmaine had asked him, and he said, yeah. And then at the end, she said a prayer. Her dad said a prayer to her mom, and then they released the doves, and that was just beautiful. Oh my goodness! Like, I think Charmaine did a very good job, and I hope she's able to grieve. Because sometimes you gotta be strong for other people that you don't take the time for yourself to grieve. So I hope that she's able to just kind of release her emotions and just and be able to talk to somebody, because that was her mom was her best friend, and I know that's gonna be hard for her. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, so again, prayers go out to Charmaine and her family, and to anybody that has lost their mom and stuff like that, or their dad, like whoever. If you lost anybody in your family or like that, prayers go out to you. That is the end of this review. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be alerted when I drop a new video. Until next time, y'all. Peace.